It is the baking season, so I am baking some Jamaican Gizzarda. I am using 3 small native coconuts that I remove the flesh from the shell, and then I am putting the flesh into a food processor to grate them. You can always use a grater. The grated coconut, I am adding some brown sugar. I am using enough brown sugar to suit my taste bud. Bear in mind that I am not using a lot of sugar because I do not want the gizzarda to be overly sweet. You know, one of the main purpose why I mostly bake my pastries is because the pastries that's sold in the pastry shops across Jamaica are extremely sweet. Not too much sugar, not good for the body. Yeah, man. So give it a good stir. Now I am adding vanilla. I am spicing it up. And then some, I think that is cinnamon, ground cinnamon powder. And that is mixed spice. And rose water. And almond flavoring. The almond flavoring, oh, smells so good. Yeah, man. So give it a good stir. And then I'm gonna cover it up and allow it to sit for probably an hour. Most people put it on the stove top to boil or something like that. I don't do that. So yeah, this is me doing my own thing. The result is great. Yes, so like me say, I give it a good stir, and then I'll cover it up and allow it to sit for at least an hour, 2 hours. It is really early, so I have ample time to make the gizzardas. Oh yes, and I did add just a little bit of salt, just a pinch of salt, less than 1/8 teaspoon of salt. So it's a pinch of salt, right? Yeah, man, and the salt will bring out the flavor even more. In the container is 3 cups all-purpose flour sifted, and then I added quarter teaspoon salt, and then I am using my fingers to distribute the salt into the flour very well. Now I am adding 3 tablespoons of margarine. Also, I am adding 2 tablespoons of shortening. Now I am using my fingers to work the margarine and the shortening into the flour until it resembles breadcrumbs. So now I am using just a little bit of ice cold water to knead the flour or to mix the flour into a dough. If the dough is a little bit too sticky, dust it with some flour. Not a lot of flour, just dust lightly so that the dough stops sticking. Now wrap the dough into a plastic bag and then put into the fridge for at least 30 minutes. Do not put it in the freezer, put it in the fridge. So after 30 minutes, dust a cutting board or you can even dust the countertop and then remove the dough from the fridge and watch what I'm doing carefully. I pinch off a piece of the dough and then roll it into a ball shape. Then I use a rolling pin to flatten the dough to about 3 inches thick. And then I use a cup and cut out a circle. So now I am using the rolling pin to kind of flatten the edges of the circle. To make the casing or the pinch me round, as gizada is called in Jamaica, especially by older people, I press my pointer finger on my right hand into the dough to make an indent, and then I use my pointer finger and my thumb on my left hand to pinch the dough. So look carefully. It is not perfectly shaped, but it is okay. It can work. So I place the gizzarda's casing into a roasting pan and then I put it in the fridge. Now I'm going to make another casing on camera for you to see. I made about 8 casing. Yes, then I place into the fridge for about 20 minutes. For, they are a bit flimsy, so put them in the fridge to get them kind of more sturdy. Right, so now I am using the coconut that I prepared earlier, call it the flavored coconut trash, to fill the casings. Then I'm gonna bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. I bake them for 20 minutes and this is the end result. The coconut gizzarda, may I tell you, say nice can done. And you see the crust is like short crust pastry. So you know, say kind of crummy, but it's nice. Trust me, you can try the recipe. This is my way of making it. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe.